Well, it's the story of an experience I had during the pandemic, which seems like a long time ago now, but the experience has continued to the present, of raising a baby hare, a leveret, that had been separated from its mother. And the book is the story of this improbable bond that developed between me and this small wild animal that I never caged and never treated as a pet, and that has lived in the years since between the wild and my house. It took a long time. I didn't think of myself as somebody who would write a book. I made my living writing for other people, really, working in politics. And it was 2 years into the experience, when the hare gave birth to leverets of her own inside my house, that I realised that I was witnessing something extraordinary. And she was doing this, as I say, as a fully free wild animal. And she chose to give birth in my house. And at that point, I began to think that this was a story that I wanted to share with other people, because of the message that the experience gave me, that all is not lost. It's possible to find a better balance between the human and the wild. I'm smiling because, I'm the person with the political background who probably would seem to you probably the most likely person to say that things are really bad internationally. And of course they are, but this experience has taught me that, really all is not lost. It is, we are very resilient. Our great capacity as humans is to learn. I learned. I was living a very urban existence. I was the least likely person to have this experience. I was denatured. I was detached from nature. And I know this is just one story, but as is so often the case, it's through stories that we can find wider hope and a wider purpose, and that's what's happened to me. It's, for me, the discovery that our hares are animals that we think we know, but actually they live in fear of man for obvious reasons, and so they don't come close. If you're lucky enough to see a hare, it's probably running away from you in the distance. And I had the opportunity to live alongside a family of hares, as it turned out, over the years. And we're in spring now, and the leverets have just been born, so the third generation of these animals. And really, for me, it was learning that so many of the things we think about hares are actually wrong. They're depicted as mad and crazy and cowardly creatures. They're really not, and that's what I explore in the book. So that the surprise for me, the unfolding surprise, the thing that gave the whole experience the feeling of an enchantment, was the series of discoveries that the hare introduced me to herself.